It was a regular day. My friends were having a LAN party, and I was invited. But that specific night, I chose to stay home and play Team Fortress 2 instead. I liked Team Fortress 2, and I was a trader in the game. I, as usual, went into my favorite trading server and started announcing my trade offers. I wrote in the chat, selling some awesome stuff and buying one nice looking revolver for the spy. I waited for someone to answer on my trade announcement, but nobody did. This was normal in the trading world, and the usual waiting time for someone to answer was around 20 to 30 minutes. After 27 minutes, I got a trade offer from some dude named the Spy. I didn't think any of it at first because people usually have weird names like Banana Dude or a parked car. In the trade I wrote hi, no answer. Are you here to sell a revolver or buy any of my items? Again, no answer. While I waited for an answer, I checked his inventory. He had nothing except a knife that was renamed Check Back at the Trade. I was a bit creeped out, so I checked back at the trade and he had added a revolver. Weird. He didn't have the revolver before. I wrote to him, what do you want for it? No answer. Fuck this, I said in my empty apartment and moved my cursor to the cancel trade button. The second my cursor was hovering around the cancel trade button, the name of the revolver changed to, don't you cancel this trade. I was getting really creeped out, and for some reason, I pressed the ready to trade button, as the spy did the same. After the trade, where the screen comes up where it shows what items you received, it popped up. The revolver was there, but its name was changed to you dumb fool. What the fuck is happening? I said to myself. I didn't think much of it, but was most excited to try the new revolver on my spy. I went into the loadout screen and equipped the revolver. All my hats and cosmetics disappeared from my spy, and the only thing that was there was my spy having a faint smile on his face and pitch white eyes. What the hell? I said to myself, but dismissed the fact that all my items were gone and my spy was all creepy. Just a bug, I thought, but I was so wrong. I started playing, and the second I got out of my spawn, I was backstabbed by a dude named the Spy. What the hell? I thought, and I started checking his profile. I went into my trade history and started searching for the trade we did. Nothing. I couldn't find the trade. I guessed that it wasn't registered in the cloud, so I checked the recent player list. Ha! There you are, I said when I found him in the list. I pressed his account link that should take me to his profile, but when it was almost done loading, I got an error that was an error 404. Profile has been deleted by user for less than a second ago. What the? How did he know I was checking his profile? I thought to myself, but then I just quit and resumed to the game and thought, he obviously can't play the game without an account. When I left our spawn, he backstabbed me. Oh, I was getting really pissed, so I wrote in the chat, you shitty little noob, you suck and you're such a coward that you don't dare to talk on your mic as a man. Everyone on the server, including my friend, got kicked. This was very weird, since this was a pub server that ran by the creators of the game. I checked who had initiated the vote. It was the Spy. Instantly, I got an answer from him. He wrote, I don't have a headset or a mic. Being as cocky as I was, I replied to him, Well, your sucky computer sure have one, loser. He instantly wrote, I don't have a computer. That gave me a chill. What are you playing on then? He wrote this really creepy message. I'm not playing. I'm dead, just like you're going to be in a short while. After that, the spy started to spam, I'll be seeing you. He sent a message saying the same thing each nanosecond. I quickly messaged my best friend, Scout. I wrote, man, this maniac the spy, he's spamming me like shit. My friend started to spam, I'll be seeing you. But in the chat where it should say Scout sent this message, it said the spy sent this message. Fuck, man. I was really creeped out, and I didn't know what to do, and in panic I opened the chat with 10 of my friends, including Scout. All of them spammed, I'll be seeing you. It continued for around 30 seconds, and after that I got the infamous blue screen of death. After a simple restart of my computer, it booted up just fine to my surprise. When I got to the Windows Start screen, it had all changed. Where I was going to write in my password, the background had changed to a rotting spy with that mind-fucking grin on his damn face. To my surprise, there was still some flesh on his face. I quickly, out of fear, wrote in my password, but it said, the spy was spy. Spy try spy. What the actual fuck? I assumed it was going to say, the password is incorrect, please try again. And looking all the spy thingies in that text, I assumed the password just might be the spy, and I was right. When my desktop loaded, I went into Steam and tried to find the revolver and delete it. On my screen, it popped up a Windows priority alert, which in itself was impossible to reach without a hack tool and 20 hours of free time because of its security. The box simply said, look behind you. I slowly checked back. Nothing there. I started smiling and laughing. Ha! You suck, man! Whilst turning back to my computer screen, in the middle of my sentence, I saw the spy as my desktop background. There was something off about this background. Weird. It took me a while to figure out that the background was not static. No. In fact, the background was moving. The smile on the spy's face started from a pissed off look, and then just slowly formed a big grin. I knew that my edition of Windows did not have any feature like this. I quickly pressed Ctrl, Alt and Delete out of fear. The security options was as following. Give your life to the spy, shoot yourself, and power off. I hesitated. The power off button must be too good to be true. But I didn't want to give my life to the spy. Neither do I want to shoot myself. Then I went, fuck it, nothing can be worse today. And I pressed the power off button. It actually said, Windows is shutting down. I was happy. But then, another Windows priority message popped up. It just said, now, isn't that a nice house? Oh, is that you through the window? What the actual flying fuck is this? I realized that I had my blinds open and instantly freaked out. What if he's actually out there? What if he's out to get me? My mind raced when I had heard a familiar Windows priority message. This time it said, wow, nice TV you have. My TV was right outside my bedroom which I was in. I had an airsoft gun and I picked it up. Slowly, I made my way to the door. Taking some time to get the courage to check, I kicked the door open and aimed my gun towards my TV. Nothing. I felt a big feeling of relief. As I was making my way back to my computer, I quickly realized the spy in the game has a watch that can make him invisible, right? Oh fuck! I yelled as I picked up my gun and ran towards the door. Once I opened it, I instantly shot at the TV's general direction. Nothing. Wow, I thought to myself. I guess I'm just paranoid. The second I turned around, I saw something. It was something small, and many will say that it was nothing. The way my room is set up, my door is the exact opposite of my window, and then my bed next to the window, and then my desk. Keep in mind, I'm on the 4th floor, and it was kinda hard to be able to see far down there. I saw something that made me want to puke. There on the ground was a butterfly knife, the exact same one the spy wields. It had some bloodstains on the top. I tried to dismiss it and went back to my PC. The error was gone, and my computer behaved normally. I took a deep breath and started Steam. It started like normal, and for some reason it opened to a precise account. You guessed it, spy's account. I tried to report the fucker, but the only thing I got back was an error saying, "This user cannot be reported." I shut off my PC this time by pulling the power cable out of it and went down to my TV. "Fucking shit," I whispered while seeing the bullet that I'd fired sitting in the wall right next to my television. It had penetrated the outer layers of the wall and had worked down towards my room, but didn't make it very far, but far enough to make it impossible for me to get out of the wall. At least for the time being, I sat down and watched some TV. I'm trying to get that damn knife out of my head. Time went by and I eventually fell asleep. When I woke up, I noticed something. It wasn't morning, and the window in my roof was open as well as my room door. Weird. I made sure both of them were closed when I went to watch TV. I got up and walked down close to my door when I saw it. That fucking knife, just chilling on my bed, waiting for me almost. What if the spy had come to my bed, but saw that I wasn't there, left his knife and bailed? I heard a roaring noise that scared the ever-living shit out of me. It came from the kitchen. Slowly but surely, I made my way towards the kitchen. When I finally arrived, I saw it was only my coffee maker, and that it went off by itself. When I was heading for my room, I heard a familiar sound. It was scary, but at the same time it was calming. I couldn't put my finger on what it was. I kept walking, and keep in mind, it takes at least 4 seconds when I'm not tired. So with me walking slowly, it must have taken 9 seconds since I heard the noise in my room. While walking, I realized that's the noise of the spy uncloaking. This was when I was 1 second away from my room. I got grabbed by panic and rushed into my room to see what was going on. Nothing. It couldn't be the spy cloaking, since that's another sound. I did realize that the knife was gone, and I quickly sat down with my airsoft gun. Tomorrow, I'm getting a real gun to finish this, I said to myself. After several sleepless hours, I finally fell asleep. The next morning, the fucking knife was back, but this time, it was stuck in the door. You would expect a note, but no. There was no note, but the message was clear. The spy didn't want me to leave my apartment. Fuck him. I'm gonna get that gun. I jerked the knife off the door and tore toward the window and threw it out. No way he's gonna find it now. I went out towards the gun store. I got a double-barrel shotgun and some spare ammo for it. I came home and to my surprise, nothing has changed. No knife, my computer wasn't fucking up, nothing. The night came around, and that's when shit started to go down. Again, like last night, my computer started sending random fucking messages like, "Oh, is that you there?" Something happened later on though. The error was, "Where's my knife at?" I got mad and screamed, "Fuck you!" I knew when I was going to sleep, he was going to come back and get his revenge. I'm not going to allow him. If he shows his ugly French face, I'm going to blow it into pieces. 5 days pass and I still haven't slept. I still have that shotgun. I was sitting in my room all the time with a locked door. I dared myself to leave the safety of my room just to get food though. The second I opened my door, there was a red moisture all over my apartment. They spelled out things like, "I'm going to kill you," or "go to sleep." I closed the door. I was going to finish this. I'm not going to let him kill me. I'm going to do it myself. I went into my room and got my shotgun. I was going to do it, but 3 days passed. I didn't do it. I'm writing this so people could know what happens when they get an offer from Spy. Don't do it. Don't. I'm going to finish this. Since either I'm going crazy or something since everywhere I look, I see the damn Spy. I managed to shoot him once when he got greedy and opened my door to my room. I shot him and his body fell back to the ground, but almost instantly I hear the roaring noise of the dead ringer. The dead ringer is a watch for the Spy. When you get shot while holding it, the dead ringer can fake your own death. That's exactly what he did. There is nothing I can do. I can't kill him without him using his goddamn dead ringer. I swear to fucking God, I can see the Spy standing right next to me while I write this, but if I turn around to face the fucker, there will be nothing there. Oh my God, you guys might be calling me insane, but I'm not insane, I think. Anyways, I fired up almost all of my ammo to the shotgun I bought. Only got one buckshot remaining. I'm planning to use it to finish this. No. Not by killing the Spy. By killing myself. The Spy wants to kill me, but fuck him. I'm gonna do it myself. Guys, remember, if anyone named the Spy ever wants to trade with you, decline the offer, log off, and shut down your PC for at least 3 weeks until he's found a new target. Trust me, don't ever accept his offer. I've seen like 4 revolvers around my room. They're all in odd places, like under my bed or like in my closet. Anyways, guys, take care, and may God forgive me for my sins.